Hey. I've got a superhero with me this morning, and it is a pleasure and an honor to have Miss Naomi Taylor. Let me do this right here. And we're going to get in on the mic while I kind of make a few adjustments over here so she can introduce herself, and then I'll come back and do a bio. We'll do the mind food. But what is the purpose of today's show? Like any show, definitely want to inform you, want to make you aware, want to connect you, want to communicate. Also, we want to engage, empower, and participate. And if you don't understand these words, go look them up in your Webster dictionary or Google them. We just want to make sure that we're informed. And last but not least, I'm really big on building, nurturing your network. Your network is your net worth. Your net worth is your net value. So if you're somewhere feeling all blotted out because you're stuck, and we spoke about that this past week with Miss Attorney Bridget Morgan, and thank you all so much. We got about 900 touches so far. And that lady dropped some nuggets. And when I say nuggets, we spoke about adversity. We spoke about being stuck. And we also spoke about having faith through through that atmosphere of being stuck. Just do the work. Learn as much as you can. Be intently in your learning. Your turn is coming. Your blessing is coming. Your favor is coming. It took that lady 8 years to move from one spot to another spot. So, hey, guys, let's stay faith up. Let's continue to do the work. Let's get up off the couch and make sure that we make some connections. He didn't pay to be in here today. All right, so let me get our superhero in, and then we're going to get started with this morning's show. Today is Sunday, the last day of the month. You get a chance today to do something you didn't do yesterday as far as bettering yourself. Also, you got a brand new 30-some-odd days coming. So if you fell short somewhere this past month, you can't do the same thing that you did last month. Do something just a little, do one thing different each day for betterment. So hold on. Did I do okay with that?
Yeah.
I did. Okay. Speak up a little bit for me.
Is my sound okay?
I hope so. Let's make sure we got it over here.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. We got so much going on over here. But we're excited because if we don't build character through adversity, that means we're not living. Let me make sure. Because I can't. Recording. Oh, man, you know what? My mic gone. No, it's on there. It's on there. 109876544321. Go ahead and speak for me.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's make sure. Oh, man. Let's make sure we got it going on over here. The most tedious thing about what I do here is the sound. 109876544321. There we go. Okay. Go ahead, hit it again for me, Miss Taylor.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
109876544321. There we go. I just want to make sure I hear Miss Taylor's voice. You know, the beautiful thing about what we're doing, Miss Taylor, is it's delayed when we're streaming. Do you know why that occurs in a social media using this type of platform? Okay, because it's delayed. But anyway, let me get Miss Taylor on here, and then we're going to break right on into the show. Let me turn my volume down some so I don't sound like I'm scratching and rubbing bricks together over here. All right, Miss Taylor, hey. I met this lady at an event, a water event crisis, and talk about some energy, talk about enthusiasm, talk about having a vision. Next one's up. We have got to learn how to pass the baton. You don't get to sit in office or in a position till you just pass out. Go on and enjoy your work over the last 100 years and allow the next ones up to come through and pick up the baton. So I'm going to let her bring herself in, and then we're going to jump the show off. Go right ahead, Miss Taylor.
Hi, I'm Naomi Taylor, and I am here on behalf of the African American Network.
Okay, don't stop. So what is it when you say the African American Network? What does that mean to me being in Jackson, Mississippi?
So TAAN TV is a network that focuses on authentic Black representation, culture, music, and also entertainment. So the African American Network is based in Texas. but it just makes a lot of sense to showcase what goes on in Jackson, in Mississippi at large, because it is a state with a dense population of African Americans. And, it's the city of soul. Jackson is the city of soul. And I think that Mississippi is kind of the start of Black culture in the world that we live in today. So most of the inspiration comes from places like this. Like, I would say Mississippi, I would say Alabama, I would say Louisiana, even Arkansas. It's kind of the heart of the country in terms of music and folk and things of that nature.
Okay, we tend to take what we have bottled up, that we've earned the right, even our history. We tend to take it for granted. But you all are looking into the community and you see gold.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of give me an insight to the gold that you see. You just kind of somewhat mentioned it. We walk around every day in Jackson. We're like, oh. But we have so much to offer. Give me a little insight to that, please.
So I was born in Germany, and also I...
Wait. Hold on. You got an international person in the city of Jackson. And the beautiful thing about it is she could have picked any community to land in. You were born in Germany. Go right ahead.
So I was born in Germany. My dad was in the military, and we moved to San Antonio. And San Antonio is about 7% Black, probably less, honestly.
You say 7%?
Yeah, probably less if we're being real. It's probably about 6%. But the culture is not Black. Like, there's not a lot of Black people there. There are some, but it's not as densely populated as Mississippi. And we have some aspects of Black culture. Like, I went to a historically Black church in San Antonio.
Wait. I thought she was going to say a historically Black college. She said she went to a historically Black church in San Antonio.
Yeah, so the churches are like the epicenter of Black culture in non-Black places. So that's where we all congregate. So we might live all over the city, but the churches are where, everybody for the most part is Black. And, we really focus on our culture and the music. And Mississippi is really cool because it's like, it's Black all the time. Like, the music, the food.
That's true.
And it's really cool for me. It's really cool. I'm like, whoa, like, this is, those of us that do not live in Black states, like, we think that's amazing. And it would be really cool to show them those aspects of our culture. A lot of us that have grown up in, suburbs and things like that, are, the most Black things we see is like Beyonce's homecoming tour. And that's actually, yes. And that's what got me really interested. I went to an HBCU my first year of college, but, I was privy about the HBCU culture and things like that. But, going to Austin recently, I realized that most Black people that are in these places, as well as non-Black people, their first real representation of this culture, this HBCU culture, this Black artistic culture is from Beyonce. And Beyonce does a great job, but she's, just taking things and using it in the way that she chooses to use them, which is amazing and it's great. But I tell them, hey, this happens every weekend during football season. This is a normal thing that goes on in these places. And the non-Black people, the people in our community in these spaces, they're like, are you serious? This is awesome. This is amazing. I would love to see more. This is great. And yeah, we kind of take it for granted if we're, in a place where it's like this all the time. But, most of the world is not like Mississippi or Alabama or Louisiana. Normally we are the ethnic minority in most places. So this is gold to other people.
So let me ask, have you had a chance to participate in any SWAC football games? Have you been to a SWAC football game yet?
What's that?
SWAC is South. Let me just keep it simple. Have you had a chance to go to a Jackson State football game as of yet?
No.
Okay, that's one experience. Mm-hmm. The second experience is when you go to rivalry games, like when we play Valley, when we play when we play Southern. That's a second experience. There's certain games that just really bring out the best and maybe sometimes the most exciting about us. Then the third thing is having an opportunity to participate. I'm getting a chill and I'm getting choked up. The third opportunity to really experience who we are and what we got going on is to visit, is to make sure that you partake in homecoming. Man, homecoming is off the chain. Yes,
and
ma'am.
I see a lot of good things about homecoming. Even I've seen the Jackson State Band perform.
The Sonic Boom of the South.
Oh my goodness, they're so good. And I've seen other bands, you know, that in Texas and other places, and they're not quite as good. They're just not quite as good. It's not quite like, it's just something that's very unique to hear. It's kind of in their blood, I guess we could say, because it's just so innate. It's just they're very musically inclined people.
Okay. And they put in a lot of work.
Yes.
I live a couple of blocks down for the past 30-some years. I know when they're practicing.
Yes.
They never stop.
And I've heard them practicing.
Yeah.
And it's just really good energy. You know, you feel the vibrations. And that's why it's good to be in person. And it would be really cool if people knew more about what goes on here so they could experience it in real life, help stimulate the economy. I hear a lot of people...
say that again. Help do what?
Stimulate the economy.
Wow.
I hear so many people talk about economic activity in Mississippi, but it's like, you need the money to come from somewhere else. Like, the GDP is not good. So you need money from other people, and you need to highlight what makes you unique. Mississippi doesn't need to be like New York. Mississippi doesn't need to be like Alabama, Louisiana. Mississippi needs to be like Mississippi. There's already things that are valuable in Mississippi. It just takes somebody seeing the value.
So TAAN TV is going to be one of the vessels, the vessel, to be able to come in, take some of what we're doing, some of the juice, bottle it up, package it up, and then disperse it across the world.
Yes. So
Okay.
people can say, that's someplace that I want to go. Like, I want to experience that in real life. It's just an immersive experience.
What did I just do? Oh, man, I'm going to tell you something. I had an accident finger and hit something over here. Okay, so you guys are going to bottle it up for us. So right now, you're here and you're going out touching people. What do we need to do to assist you in getting this package so that you guys can bottle it up and start dispersing it? Who do you need to see? Who do you need to sit with? How do you need to sit with them? No, let's focus on first. Who do you need to be sitting in the spaces with so that they can understand what you're offering or what they're capable of having through TAAN TV? Don't say that. Do something else. Well, take it and put a twist on it for me. What I need to do. What can I do? Okay, move on. All right. Let's move on. Okay, let's do this. So have you met some interesting people here in the city of Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, is that a good one? Okay, moving right along. All right, let's do this. Let's go ahead and connect so we can get started. And let me see where we want to start at. Let's start right here with the promo video. Okay.
Unity, love, and peace. And peace. Love. Unity, spirit. Hey, everybody. Listen. Hey, we got something. Hey. Unity is strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one. Unity is strong. Welcome to the show. We about to drop some knowledge of the Mr. Howard Sanders with the brother Coach Obama. Superhero conversation about the real. They try to keep it clean, but let's express how you feel. Good spirit, good about no hatred or no hate. We all in the same game, won't change it for the day. The product of the truth, initials POT. No price that don't acknowledge you did it for the free. We reach one, teach one, the old and then the young. We got about the spirits with the power of the tongue. I'm on the inside looking out, they on the outside looking in. Keep it cool, they don't know what they call them family, call them friends. You can see what you can do, show love, consciousness. Life is hard, but it's fair, and it comes with some lessons. Mental power for hours, some knowledge come to talking. People dig the top, not that they live off the gospel. Hey, we got something to say. listen. Hey, we got something to say. Listen, hey, baby, get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, baby, get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, community strong.
I got to introduce you to Mr. Boyd, too. He's autism. Man, he's something else, global activist. Yeah. He's from New York, but he's a Jacksonian now. Hey. Community Connections Conversations with your very own Mr. Hey. And I got to pay respect to all the DJs out there because you guys are training me up. I got to make sure I pay my respects to the podcasters. You guys are training me up. And I got to thank the listening audience and the superheroes that take time out of their day, their life, to come in and connect with our community of over 5,000 plus members, and it's growing. Also, Community Connections Conversations, where you can visit with us on Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock. So if you got a story, you got an event, you got a project coming up, please let me know. I know some things happen sporadically, but I normally like to get about a 2-3 month notice so I can get you on the schedule, because we're not hanging around. We got to connect people to knowing community now. So this morning, I've got my very own superhero, Miss Naomi Taylor. All the way from Germany by way of Texas. And she's going to be giving us some insight, some information so that we can connect with TAAN TV. So before we get started, let me give a little background on this interesting superhero, exciting superhero. Naomi Taylor is the Business Development Director for TAAN TV. What's the role of a Business Development Director?
Doing what I'm doing now.
Oh,
seeking more business opportunity.
Okay. All right. She's also expertise in public policy. What is public? My audience doesn't know anything. So you're kind of giving us an insight. You're giving us an insight and you're educating and lifting us up. What would public policy be considered?
Public policy could be considered like certain things. Well, it depends. So I focus on more of like the people. Policy in terms of people and things that affect people. That's what I've done in the past.
Okay. Community engagement. What does community engagement look like?
What we're doing today.
Okay.
Getting the community involved and informed and seeing what are the needs that the community has and how we could meet those needs.
All right. Guys, just bear with me. I'm very conscious about the audio, so just bear with me. All right. Also, strategic. When you hear the word strategic, what does strategic entail?
A plan.
Okay. Strategic communications.
Yes.
Okay. Also, Naomi Taylor is her experiences includes grassroots. What's grassroots?
Well, we have to find the money ourselves.
Campaigns.
Yep.
Civic initiatives. What's a civic initiative?
Initiative for the people.
Legal research. Mm-hmm. Grant writing. Mm-hmm. Stakeholder engagement. What does stakeholder engagement look like?
So the people that, we have to answer to or who are giving us money, keeping them engaged and making sure we're giving them what they want, when they want it, how they want it. Okay. And legislative strategy. Give me a little insight on that. Well, we know about like law and policy and bills and things like that. And, thinking about, what's good for our agenda.
Okay. Have you had a chance to sit with Mr. Fabian Nelson? Fabian Nelson, we got someone here. We got a superhero. I need for her to meet you, sir. So I will be doing a warm transfer. Fabian Nelson, not to ostracize any of the other legislators and senators, but this gentleman is just boots on the ground. He's a worker bee. So I definitely want to introduce, make sure that there's a connection there. Also, as a nonprofit leader, what is a nonprofit?
A 501c3.
All right, leader. Naomi has advanced public-private partnerships in housing and sustainability. That's a challenge in our area.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've seen it's been difficult on the news.
Okay. That is a challenge in our area. She's also experienced public speaker. You speak very well.
Oh, thank you.
You speak beyond well. Contributing to the Wendy Davis, Elizabeth Warren, and
Kamala.
Harris campaigns. So you had a chance to speak at their events or?
So for Elizabeth Warren, I spoke at one of her press conferences that she had in San Antonio.
Okay.
For Wendy Davis, I was a panelist for her Black Community Forum. And then for Kamala Harris, I was a campaign organizer.
Okay. So you carry a whole lot of experiences. You got a volume of experiences, volume of tools. Okay. Last but not least, championing equity and civic participation. What does that entail?
Well, in my positions, I was really focused on getting people registered to vote.
Okay.
And making them aware of, the opportunities to vote, not just on the presidential level, but also on the local level. And a lot of people don't pay attention to that because if you vote on the local level, it affects the presidential level.
Okay. Let me ask you this. We push, not we, but, they're always speaking about we register. What do you think we can do to involve, engage, and empower those who are registered voters to come out and participate? We have a big challenge here in our state, and just in our immediate community, in our districts, even in our wards. You may have 20,000 people in a ward, and you may only get 2,000 people to come out. They're registered. Well, let's say we've got 20,000 citizens or residents. Let's say we've got 10,000 that are registered. But we only have 1,000 or 1,500 to show up. What is your vision, or how can you articulate what we need to do as a community, especially those that advocate on getting those who are registered to come out and participate?
So I've thought about this a lot. And if I'm being completely honest, I think getting them connected to an outcome, like just one.
Wait. That is powerful. Getting them connected to an outcome. Proceed.
So I've noticed that a lot of things are vague. So when someone's running, they'll say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or I'm worried about this. And it's not something that's like super personal, but you can make it personal. I'm not saying that the politicians or the advocates have to make up a new way of doing things, but using language and using like an aspect. So they say like fund pre-K or fund education. Okay, so that's pretty broad, right?
Okay,
educational reform,
it is.
right? So what does that mean? Oh, that means that your 4-year-old will be able to go to pre-K for free, and then they'll have lunch and snack, and they'll be able to go on field trips.
That is
like that's something that's like concise. That's something that they can really understand. That's something that they can see. It's a tangible result. And I think I'm not trying to critique what people are doing.
No, you're not.
But it's that language, that human language, because people don't understand policy. People don't understand bills. I mean, some people do, but we're talking about like the general public, like the average person that is doing things, that has a lot to worry about, that has bills to pay, a job to go to, family that are sick. They don't have time to read every single bill that's passing, every single thing that you've done in your past as a politician or whatever. Talk about the points that they care about. Like, we know what people need. Use accessible language. Like, we know you're smart. We know you've been to college. But how does that help that constituent?
This lady you are throwing down, superhero. So when they bring those points to us, should it be a 3-point plan, 5-point, 10-point? Which would work better for the common person?
Well, where you are, think about like, I would personally, like when I have been working in like campaigns and things like that, we tailored things for the demographic. So what things that we are worried about do they care about? So like, what things are we running on? So, X, Y, X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this demographic is worried about E through Q. So that's what we present, because we know that they have a connection, an emotional connection. Because most things is about emotional things. Like, what do you care about? Who do you love? Who do you care about? What makes you wake up in the morning? And usually it's family, kids, things that make their life easier. So what aspect to your plan focuses on those things?
Powerful. Powerful. I'm not gonna even ask. When did you acquire that mutant power to understand giving information, making it valuable to the receiver, and then taking action? How long have you been working that formula of what you just spoke on?
Well, probably the Elizabeth Warren campaign.
And what year was the Elizabeth Warren campaign?
Oh goodness. Oh,
Just a range.
I don't even. I don't know. Maybe like
2, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
6 years ago.
Okay. And Elizabeth, just for those of us who don't know who she is, what did she run for and what area is she
ran
in?
for president.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of the United States.
Yes.
See how misinformed I am? Okay.
Oh, okay.
And she was from which state? Elizabeth Warren.
Oklahoma.
Okay. I don't even remember her.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
So-
on me.
Yeah. So I really liked her campaign because she touched on a lot of things that people really cared about. I actually still have the press conference speech I made. It was very unplanned. I was not actually supposed to speak at it.
Okay.
And I was so nervous. I didn't look nervous, but I spent like the next day in bed because my nerves were just so bad.
Really? That experience had that much energy in it.
Well, I just didn't want to mess up. And
Okay.
I wasn't, so I had to it was like a stream of consciousness, just, I just had to be ready. I was really passionate about it. And I was actually invited because I went to a rally the day before.
Okay.
And I was backstage, and one of her campaign staff said, "You know what? You remind me of somebody I know. Why don't you come to the press conference tomorrow?"
Okay.
And I did. And someone that was supposed to be there was not there.
Man, God puts us in places we need to be. Go right ahead. The universe, go right ahead.
So then she asked me, could I speak? And she actually did a commercial for the Elizabeth Warren campaign at her church. She's a female pastor, very nice lady. And she gave me that opportunity, and I was really happy about it. And that kind of set the tone for other things.
Okay.
I was the public relation person for the Youth NAACP
Wow.
chapter in San Antonio.
Okay.
So I was able to do more speaking on behalf of organizations and people from that. And that also, gave me the tools to even go on to work with Wendy Davis and even Kamala Harris. So all of these women in my life really set the stage for me. Even Laura Thompson of the African American Network, even giving me this opportunity to speak on behalf of the organization at this point. It's also building those skills for me as a young person.
Which means we're gonna knock out the mind food, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna peel back a little bit of the TAAN TV with Miss Thompson. So let's do this right quickly. Man, it is a pleasure to have you. Go right ahead. All right. Oh man. Okay, here we go right here. This is going to be our first mind food. We just want a little interpretation based on your experiences and your travels. For God has not given us a spirit of fear. What does that entail to you? What does that mean?
You shouldn't be afraid.
Okay.
And I think that's the most mentioned phrase, be not afraid, be not afraid.
But of power and of love and of a sound mind. This is 2 Timothy 1:7. You got a little interpretation for that?
Yeah. I think it's really interesting because in the Bible, it talks about God being the beginning and the end, right? So that means he knows what's happening all the time. He knows what's going to happen, from the time you wake up. So it's obviously going to be okay.
Okay.
Because even, when your life ends, it's still going to be okay, right?
Right.
Because that end is a new beginning of eternity. So there's no reason to be afraid, right?
Okay.
But, power and love and a sound mind, because those are all the things that embodies God.
And I want to thank you for having a love for Mississippi and for choosing Jackson, Mississippi. So thank you so much, so much. Okay. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because I'm picking up your voice really well. So you can just relax and just lean back if you need to. Okay. Here's the second one. This is from Miss Pauline Rogers. She's an advocate for prison reform and also for those who are coming out of prison needing a foundation and a lift getting back into the community, coming back into the community. So she normally sends out, and Ms. Rogers, I'm watching you now. This came across my timeline. You had two. I was able to grab this one and another, but I'm really thankful that Community Strong for Jackson, Mississippi is receiving the love that you're sharing. All right, here we go. We got three, and you can pick out whichever one that resonates with you. Who began a good work in you will finish it. Be confident. I will make it happen, no matter how long it takes. Which one resonates with you?
I like who began a good work and you will finish it,
Go right
because
ahead.
I'm the type of person, I'm a quitter. Like
I find that hard to believe.
No, I believe in quitting. I think there's power in quitting and rerouting, because sometimes you need to quit things. So that's why I don't resonate with that one, because sometimes you have to say, this is not working, and
True.
maybe there are aspects of this I can take into my new venture, but I don't believe in keeping on going just to keep on going.
Okay, that's a nice little twist on it.
Yes,
Okay.
but I like who began a good work and you will finish
Okay.
it, because that sounds like it's divine. It's from something higher than yourself. So if you're given a work by God, then you will finish it, because it's not of your own volition.
Okay. And what is when you use the word volition, what does that mean?
It's not from yourself. Like, it's not from your own power.
Okay.
It's not from your own will.
Okay. All right. We here at Community Strong for Jackson MS make sure we want to connect with the words that we are using. So thank you so much. All right. Next up, I'm gonna go with the professional picture of Ms. Thompson first. But before we do that, do you think we should go with the logo first?
I think that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay,
you
let
think.
me show you guys the logo so that you'll know moving forward. Okay. So that when you see this, you'll know that this is connected with Miss Taylor, TAAN TV. That's one logo. This is the second logo I was able to locate. Okay. Now we want to go into the brain, the birther, the birth person for this particular vision. So let's pull Miss Thompson up. I'm going to go professional first. That's professional. And then I'm going to go with my grassroots look. I like this look here. All right. And what this picture says to me is you've got to be able to go into different ecosystems and be presentable in whichever. You got to be able to walk among the common, and you got to be able to deal with the people that's higher up. So this is my interpretation of professional, super professional. And this is the one because I'm grassroots. And this is the one I really like. This one like, hey, I'm finna get this work. All right. Any insight you want to give us before we articulate? I was able to pull the bio. And this is all coming from the website. So they do have a website. So we're going to venture into the website now, listening and viewing audience. All right. So anything you want to share with us before we actually go into the actual bio, or you want to do the bio first and then share about her?
We can do the bio first.
Okay, we're going to do the bio first. You want to read?
I'll read it.
Okay, go right ahead.
So I'm reading in the voice of Miss Laura Thompson.
Look out, Miss Thompson.
She is the creator and CEO. I was a member of a collaborative space in San Antonio, Texas. The organization that will remain nameless offered members $25,000 to start up and kickstart their business. I was one of a few African American businesses that had a membership there. When TAAN TV attempted to apply for the startup capital, we were immediately told that they wouldn't be interested in investing in TAAN TV. They told me that I should start a YouTube channel and told us that there was no need for a channel that targeted the African American community. Needless to say, I did not listen to them. Even before I was turned down for startup capital, I worked for a local internet company in San Antonio, Texas, and saw how the internet could support some type of television platform. I just didn't know how the technology could work. That was in 1995, so I decided to register the domain name, the African American Network, and keep it. I owned the name for almost 26 years. What foresight.
So someone told her what could not be done, like the little engine that couldn't. Someone told her that's not the route. Go create you a YouTube channel.
Yes.
And she said no. Okay, hold on. Let me pull the next one up. In your Thompson voice.
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead. Proceed.
When I was growing up, I didn't like history because I didn't see very many successful African Americans in the history book. I didn't really like television because there were not very many positive stories or shows about African Americans. Most of the content was either negatively portrayed African Americans, they were seen as uneducated, working in low-level positions, or making fun of African American people. Instead of complaining about why there was no positive shows about African Americans, I decided to create a platform where I controlled the content, the length of the shows, and a platform that provided African Americans with a voice and means to tell their own stories. And thus, the African American Network was born. Now, we are one of the leading providers of original content for African Americans and content produced and created by African Americans. TAAN TV is changing the way African Americans see themselves and is changing the perception of how others see us. TAAN TV, the African American Network, has a local feel with a global reach.
Hold on. Now, based on your position, which is the Business Development Director, how long have you been with TAAN TV?
Oh my goodness. I've been with TAAN TV for a few years, probably like 2 or 3 years.
Okay. And what has been your valuable experience in the role that you provide for TAAN TV?
Connecting TAAN TV with businesses and, local government officials. My first project with the African American Network was Where the Sun Shines in San Antonio. It was a show I had where we would visit Black-owned restaurants and we would take government officials along with us to try it. And we would do mukbangs, which is we would try all different foods on the menu and rate it.
Okay. So you're no longer providing that service, or someone else has picked up the baton for that?
Well, that was just a show, but it also helped expand the network. And I saw people recreate some of the things that we did.
She just dropped a nugget now. She's giving you guys a nugget. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I saw a few people recreate what we did with the same restaurants, which I'm happy because we want people to be interested in the restaurant. So it's not like, oh, we're mad they're copying. It's nice to see. It's good for the business, but it is a message to say what we were doing was impactful.
Okay.
That other people thought enough to even replicate it.
Okay. And we've got some what do we call those? Content creators. Mm-hmm. We've got some content creators that are doing that here in Jackson. So you guys are on the right track. So don't stop working. Mm-hmm. You never know. Miss Taylor may walk up and say, hey, you're it.
Yes.
All right.
And I have been searching different content creators, for when we move forward. I've just been looking on my phone just to see what's here.
Okay. All right. So guys, please post your information in Community Strong for Jackson MS because I know that she's moving and maneuvering through that channel. So please post and be sure to attach ENT to it, TAAN TV. Is that okay? Okay. All right. Next up, you can't provide the service and the magnitude of work that you guys are doing without having additional players on the team. So this is another player that I was able to pull. All right. I want to make sure, Miss Thompson, make sure that my cohort here she need to have a page. Am I putting any pressure? She need to have a page. Give her a page. Hold on. Here we go. Share with us who's it. Have you had a chance to meet this gentleman?
Oh, yes.
Give us a little insight to Mr. Bradford.
So Vance Bradford is the co-chief executive officer. Vance Bradford has an MA in Human Relations and Management. He is an excellent negotiator and has a knack for identifying talent. He has managed and cultivated opportunities for many national comedians, including, but not limited to, nephew Tommy with the Steve Harvey Morning Show, Reginald Bullard, a.k.a. Bruh Man, from the hit television show Martin, Julian Valerial, and the list goes on. He's worked with major networks like BET, HBO, and Showtime. His lifelong dream has been to create content for television. He's produced multiple shows for TAAN TV, like Jazz Plus, 69 Comedy, Dr. B's Buzz, In the Room, and more.
Okay. All right. Any side notes that we need to know in regards to Mr. Bradford? That just speaks for itself.
That speaks for itself.
All right. Moving on. Now we want to speak about how do we connect with TAAN TV. So here's the lead page for TAAN TV based on the website. Give us. It says TAAN TV amplifying our collective voices, the African American Network, local feel with a global reach. You want to kind of step into that for us, please?
Yes. So the African American Network, it is just not only for Black demographics to watch. It's for everyone to watch. It's just that we're in control of our narrative. Just like Miss Laura said in her bio, we complain about how we're perceived and how we are represented. But if we don't do anything to take that control, if we don't exert our autonomy, how can we continue to complain?
No deflecting, no blaming and shaming. Need to get up off the couch and do some work. Okay. So how do I so I'm interested because I've had a chance to go through the website. I'm interested, man. You guys are offering a lot of volume. How do I go about getting me is that a current investment?
Yes.
We don't use the word price and cost. Is that a current investment?
Yes.
Okay. Which is $5.99 a month, monthly. Subscribe to TAAN TV for only $5.99 monthly. So when I subscribe, that's going to be a automatic draft. Is it automatic or I can?
Well, we have a free trial on there. I sent you a link to the free trial.
You sure did. I didn't. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a free trial
okay.
link. I sent you the initial email. But there's a free 14-day. There's a 14-day free trial.
Okay.
And from there, if you like it, you can continue it. I hope you like it.
Okay. And guys, when you guys are doing these trials, because $5.99 it's not going to kill you, but sometimes these trials are $39.99. Be sure to read the fine print and set a reminder on your calendar so that when you get hit for that $100, they give it to you at $12, and then you come back in 14 days, you get hit for $100. So be mindful of these trial offers. Okay, so now I'm inside the website, and this is the first thing that populated. The time out with Vance Bradford. So Mr. Bradford he got his own show. Okay, give us a little insight on the time out.
I think that's the show that's a sports show.
Okay. Okay. And also you had Real, REEL News, Timeout host. Oh, he does so he's got two shows he's running? Is this all in one show?
There's different shows on here. Real News, it focuses on like what's going on in the city.
Okay.
So say we're able to execute in Mississippi.
Okay.
We would focus on what's happening in the community, and that would be the Real News channel.
Okay. So is he the host for that, or he just sits in from time to time?
There's multiple hosts. Miss Laura, she also
Are you serious?
has segments on the Real News.
Okay. All right. Next up we have, this is called the Community Conversations with Tyrone. That's too, well, I know it's with Tyrone Darden. Are you familiar with Mr. Tyrone Darden? Give us a little insight. Oh, okay. Keep on. Okay. Forward Progress. Is Forward Progress another show? Okay. All right. Man, I'm being coached and hit today. I love it. All right. Also, About That Life, Dr. Travis Batts. Did I say that correctly? Welcome to the About That Life podcast with cardiologists. It's all about improving your health, making intentional lifestyle. There are no available. Okay. Next up, we got. All right.
And we have a lot of different shows on here.
All right. Let's keep on moving. I just need to kind of move. All right. This is the Coffee Break, Set It Off, and the Jameer Smith Show. Okay. Keep on going. This would really caught my interest right here, and I can't get enough of this coaching. The Relationships Podcast. Okay. All right. Next up. Now, this one was interesting here. It's got a very catchy name to it. Devilish Conversation. Okay. Also, we got the TAAN Community News. Let's go over here with this. TAAN Community News. Black Business 5A collabs with the Carver Community Cultural Center doing Black Business Week.
So the Carver is a theater. Well, they have a theater part. I actually went to the summer camp.
Okay.
And it's focused on Black history and Black culture. And they have dance camps and theater camps, and they have performances. People even come tour and perform there. So there's a lot of events at the Carver Cultural Center.
Okay, and it sounds like it's from what early childhood all the way up to grown folks.
Well, the camps are more for the kids.
Okay,
but the entertainment is for, they have child friendly things, but they do have a lot of really good programs and shows for adults as well.
Okay, and this is in San Antonio?
This is in San Antonio.
Okay, so all of this is this is the hub of San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it seems like San Antonio has opened their arms up to TAAN TV. Is that correct to say?
Well, TAAN TV has worked with a lot of different government entities. So, so far they focused on corporate contracts and government contracts.
Okay, all right.
So it's really intertwined in the community.
Okay, all right. Let's go over to the next one. And your vision, I would say the vision is mimicking or duplicating that here in the city of Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Guys need to take heed now. What would a channel be without this? Got to have some music. Mm-hmm. And we have a lot of local talent as well as world-renowned talent here in the city of Jackson. How would that be impactful for our local artists and our talented people in the city of Jackson, Hinds County, throughout the state? So if Jackson prayerfully will earn the right to be the hub, that means anyone in the state could come and participate, as well as surrounding states. They could partake in the TAAN TV.
Well, we're focused on Mississippi.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You guys hear that? There's a call from Mississippi.
Yes, because, a lot, like when you think about Mississippi and you're not from Mississippi, people don't like think about anything. Like they don't, they're not really thinking like, oh, let me go there.
Right.
So
that's
we
true.
want to show them like, hey, there's really cool things. I know people, they like that movie Drumline. With
Right. I remember Drumline.
That was a really cool movie. I remember watching it when I was a little kid, and I was like, "Oh, that is so cool." And then I just like never really saw anything like that again until the Beyonce Homecoming tour.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, this is so cool." And then I saw the Sonic Boom perform, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's just like on TV." And that's really cool because it really is the same as on TV, if not better. So it's just, getting people into this cultural experience, especially when traveling is getting so expensive. It would be so interesting to have, people travel from neighboring states like Texas or states with like a stronger economy for them to come stimulate this economy. Because we can't just say, oh, we want to stimulate the Mississippi and Jackson economy, but we're expecting it to be stimulated by the same people here. In a poorly stimulated economy. That doesn't make any sense.
Wow.
So we need people to come here and spend the money. I remember growing up, me and my family went on vacation to Hilton Head in South Carolina, and we went to visit the Gullah people. And it was a great immersive experience. People go there all the time. We weren't like, they have tour buses and everything. It was a great experience. And I'm just like, there are some aspects of that we can bring here. Like there are places worth seeing here. And even when I was growing up at my church, my historically Black church, they paid for us to go on a tour of the South. So we went to these monuments, these places, we went to Martin Luther King's house. We went to the church where, I think 5 children died.
Yes,
there
ma'am.
was a bombing.
Yes, ma'am. I think that was in Montgomery or Birmingham. Birmingham, I believe.
I think it was Birmingham.
Okay.
Like we went there, we went to all these different stops. And this is some place worth stopping, not just for historical purposes, but for living history purposes.
And guys, you notice how I stumbled on the city, Montgomery or Birmingham. I'm up in age, and it hasn't just watered me. I haven't been watered down. No excuses. No excuses. I haven't been watered or poured into some of our local history. So that's on me now to go out and pursue research and become more engaged in my local history. We have so much history just in the city of Jackson. Mm-hmm. Just in the city of Jackson. We're not even talking about the state of Mississippi. We're just talking about in the city of Jackson.
And that museum, that I think it's 2 Mississippi Museum.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, I went there. It is such an immersive experience. It is so good. They do such a good job. The staff is amazing. And that's another place that I feel should be highlighted as well, because I have been to a lot of different museums, specifically on that tour I took when I was a child.
Okay. Now, what age when you say a child? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15?
I would say like probably like 12,
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And the museums were not as immersive. They weren't as fun. They weren't as interactive.
Okay.
You know, and then I like that the museum really focuses on fashion. You know, there's a lot of clothes, a lot of jewelry. That's what I was thinking when I was going through the museum, actually. I was like, oh my gosh, like there's so many clothes. Like you see the indigenous clothes, and it reminded me of San Antonio because it looks really similar to Mexican clothes.
Okay.
So it was just really interesting to see all of it in such good condition, and even the jewelry and the trinkets and the clothes, like Southern clothing, like back in the old days, were so beautiful. And I think it's because Southern culture is really influenced by, you know, the European culture. Even the accent is really influenced, because the accent that Southern accent that you hear, it's the closest thing to that English accent compared to.
I never looked at it like that.
Yeah, I did. I was like, whoa, because
Okay.
that Southern accent is really unique. And I'm like, why does it sound like that? Because of the English influence.
Okay. And I normally say we don't pronunciate our words all the way through, but that might be that English in us.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
yes.
Okay. All right. Also, I want to invite you to, when you get an opportunity, we have another museum here that was probably founded and established. I believe it was the Smith Robinson Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Have you had an opportunity to go to the Smith Robinson? Okay. And that's right over off of the historical district of Farish Street. So I strongly encourage you. They've come a long ways with their exhibits.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, it used to be a school. So I believe it's a historical black school. Guys, in the comment section, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with being corrected.
And I know at Jackson State, there's this project that they're working on, the Lynch Street Corridor.
Yes, that's okay.
Yes, and there's a lot of projects that people are working on, and they're really great. But it's like, how do you make sure people know about it and for them to come? Because we can fix things up,
Powerful.
we can redevelop them, but we have to have money to keep them up. We have to be able to, you know, bring in funds, or else they'll just dilapidate again. So I think about those types of things, and that's why I think the African American Network can play a really big role. We have 6 digital billboards on major Texas highways.
Okay.
In Texas
Congratulations.
right now. We have a lot of the infrastructure. So it would be really nice to be able to, you know, work alongside of Mississippi and help them reach their goals, because, you know, Mississippi is a place with living history right now, and we need to attain that history and keep that history and archive that history. So 20, 30 years from now, we're in charge of how we're portrayed in history, instead of just leaving it up to someone outside of our community.
Let me ask, at what point did Mississippi resonate with you? Was it as a child, a
My
teenager?
dad's from Mississippi.
Yo, what is?
My dad is from Mississippi. My family's from Mississippi. My
Okay.
great grandma, I knew her. She was in her hundreds when she passed away. So it's just like I know my people, and, you know, a lot of them are from here.
Okay. So you've been pulled back home to assist home in being developed and being marketed, being able to receive some of the benefits of such rich history and rich people.
Yeah, and my mom's family's from New York.
Okay.
So, you know,
Wait. So dad is from Mississippi.
and mom's from New York.
Mom's from New York. Okay.
So I have, like, you know, some business mindedness to me. So my grandfather was a professional baseball player for the Negro League.
Whoa.
Yeah, my great aunt was one of the first Black women to work on Wall Street. So, you know, when I think of success, I don't think outside of myself. I don't think outside of our community. I believe that success is attainable within our own community. Like, we don't need to look towards someone else and like, oh, we need to be like them. No, we need to be like us, but do it in a way that's beneficial for our community and follow that blueprint.
Okay. Now, for some of my screenwriters, some of my producers, this next one might catch your attention. This is the TAAN TV original shows. And I'm sure that list is growing and growing and growing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So next up is going to be what we got next. We also have, for our producers and our screenwriters and our directors and our actors, short film spotlight. Okay. Short films. All right. And last but not least, we already mentioned Jameer Smith. What's the deal on this perfect sandwich? Was this guy? What do you know anything about the perfect sandwich? Okay, moving right along. So, guys, we want you all to take action. We want you to take action. We want you all to show the TAAN TV family that we are interested. We're ready to connect. And right here, can you kind of walk us through how we go about connecting?
Oh, so you can stream it on.
Hold. My fault. I was wondering why you were looking at me like that. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to do this on my phone in real time. Hold on. All right. So what do I need to do? Walk me through it.
So we can be reached on and streamed on Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, Apple, and Android. And you can also download it from the App Store as well.
Okay, so let me download it. So I've got an Android and I've got an iPhone. So I need to go to the App Store. All right. And if you want to talk to our audience while I'm doing this, because I got to find it through all this. Oh, there we go, right there on the App Store. And I'm going to go to TAAN TV. Okay. Normally when people come in and they want us to connect, I don't connect, so I'm learning something new. Oh, there it is. It's popped up in the first two. Okay, and open. Okay. Allow. Become a member today. All right. Choose your plan. Okay, when you go into the App Store, it's got become a member today, access to exclusive videos, create personal playlists, watch anytime on any device, download videos to watch offline, participate engaging community, watch live stream. I need to figure out how we're going to get community strong on this thing here. Hold on. Community connections, conversation. Also, it gives you save up to 18% with the annual subscription. You can choose your plan, and it also has already a subscriber, but it also gives me a skip up in the top corner. So what happens when I skip? Let me see. Oh, it takes me straight into the channel. So I'm able to view some of these right off. Okay. When I skipped, it brought me straight into the catalog. It's got catalog, favorites, playlists, downloads, watch history. And the first one that came up was Real News, Intro, Town Hall for Alicia Sebastian, and Part 1. Oh, this is nice. Nairobi straight off the patio podcast. Wow. This is nice. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can show you guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. All right. So I'm challenging. Let me ask: are you all able to capture the metrics of what area is participating in you all streaming?
We have metrics. We have analytics.
Okay. So if it's coming out of Mississippi after today, you guys will be able to tell. Okay. Hey, I'm challenging my 5,000 community members, my superheroes. So what do we need? What would they need to do to download the app? Do you all capture that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So I'm challenging you guys to please download the app and look at least and check out at least one of the shows. So let me just tap on one. They got one on here. You know, guys, I'm going into this nigga podcast. Let's see what she's talking about. Okay, hold on.
I like the social distancing. Since she said that, well, how does everybody feel about this?
So I haven't actually subscribed yet. I'm actually looking. Let me make sure I ain't putting nothing wild on here. Okay. This is my Sunday show. So I'm challenging the 5,000 members today to go in and download the app. And when you download the app, choose one of the podcast shows to watch. And if it has a comment section, let me go in here to see what Mr. Bradford talking about. Mr. Bradford, I'm going to check you out and see what you got going on here. Oh, he's got some shows in here. Let's go with, does it have a comment section? Yeah. Okay, here go Mr. Bradford.
Hello, and welcome to TAAN TV, the African American network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. it's time out. You know, this is my segment where I'd like to introduce folks to you, but this guy really needs no introduction. Even though, you know, I say he's one of the up and coming bright stars of comedy. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to sit down and talk with comedian Bubba Dub. How you doing, G?
Bubba Dub is one of my favorites. Hey, guys, please, we want to take action today. As a matter of fact, right now, 1 minute, and we just want to see how many of us can actually download the app and look at least one podcast show. Just touch it. If you're able to put a comment in there, then please let them know that Community Strong from Jackson, MS, we support TAAN TV. All right. That's just a small assignment. Doesn't cost you anything but a few punches, a little energy. So let's go back over here. So we're going to take action. Take action right now. And go back here. Okay. Anything else you want to share with us this morning? Did we do okay? And this has been one of my hardest superheroes right here. Hey, guys, we've got Miss Naomi Taylor. She's with TAAN TV. She serves in the capacity of the Business Development Director for TAAN TV. All right. Let's go up here. Whew. Thank you so much for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anything that you want to say to community in closing where we need to take action to show that we're ready to participate and partake? Nothing at all? Okay. All right. Man, y'all can learn a whole lot from this lady here. Say what you got to say and then just chill on out. All right. So, guys, thank you all so much for connecting with Community Strong for Jackson, MS-Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you so much for participating and partaking in our community connections conversations. Let me give a quick shout out to some people. Marvin Jackson III, appreciate you so much. I think he's down in Dallas, Texas. I'm not for sure. Miss Juanita Brown, always a pleasure. Mr. WAPJ, you don't do the Facebook page, do you? Do you have a Facebook page? Is there a Facebook page for TAAN TV? You want to look it up for us right quickly? That's WAPJ. I don't think they're doing anything. You guys are not really addressing anything with the data centers and stuff?
Not at this time.
Okay, not at this time. Anything about the water situation here in Jackson?
Oh, yes, we did it.
Oh, yeah. WAPJ,
Yes.
She actually came out and got introduced to. Was that your first outreach opportunity? Was the water situation?
Well, I'm an intern for the Democratic Party.
Okay, here in the state of Mississippi?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was there for press, but I just noticed that there was a lot of community members. Okay, so there is a Facebook.
Okay.
The African American Network.
Hold on
TAAN
just a minute.
TV.
Can I pull that up on here? I don't know how to do that. Okay. The Facebook page is African.
No, the African American Network.
The
TAAN.
Hold on. African. You know, I'm old school. African American
Network.
TAAN.
Net.
Hey guys, you can tell I'm talking to myself. That's how I type African American Network dash. Is that correct? Dash?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
TAAN. TAAN.
TAAN.
And we have Instagram too.
Okay, hold on. This is Facebook here, guys. So we're going to do Facebook first as I bumble through this Facebook. Thank you, WAPJ. All right, so that's one. Okay, what's the Instagram?
TAAN TV.
AAN TV. Instagram. IG. Okay, got that one in there. What's next? Anything else? Okay.
No.
That's enough to keep you guys busy. All right. Hey, man, be sure to be on the lookout for TAAN TV. Want to connect. Want to make sure that they know that they're in the right place, invest in the right amount of effort and energy. And there are rewards and benefits. When they do well, community does well. So with that being said, on the 11th, we got Attorney Rhonda Cooper, who's running for one of the offices, I think up in Madison and someplace else. The flyer will be coming out really soon. Got some really interesting superheroes coming up over the next few weeks. Want to give a shout out yesterday to Johnny Suzette. Fantastic event. The Detox. Man, I took a sound bath yesterday with Mr. Haynes. Literally, I didn't have to take off any clothes, but I was able to take a sound bath. Really, really very talented gentleman. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he is a massage therapist by trade. But this sound bath was off the chain. I want to give a shout out to the Orchid, ORCHID. Have you had a chance to visit the Orchid? They have taken a home, building, I'm not for sure what, and they have turned it into a bed and bath, and it is so nice. Brother Shambe, your artwork, man, you are so humble with your artwork. I saw the little things that babies wear. And guys, be sure to check the pictures out. I'm going to drop them. Man, this gentleman took I'm getting a chill. The first wear that a baby wears is like the snap out, it's like the one piece.
The onesie?
The onesies, yeah. And he actually painted the child's face on the onesie. If that's not something to have a keepsake of. So, Brother Shambe, please, I got to get you back on the couch, brother, because you've been holding out on me, man. You got all these different talents inside of you. I'm getting a little choked up. I also want to give a shout out to Herbal Blessings, to my guy, to my medical, to my mentor, Mr. I call him Uncle Teddy. And I'll be posting those pictures throughout the day too as well. Hey guys, as always, Community Connections Conversations on Thursday evenings at 7 o'clock, Sunday mornings at 10:30. Community Strong for Jackson MS- Nairobi, Kenya. Want to give a shout out to the motherland. Thank you guys so much for making sure that we're seen and heard in the motherland, and we look forward to interacting with one another. And guys, know that you are valuable. You're very capable. We are being attacked, and our ancestors are whispering in your spirit. You got to battle. You got to continue to battle. You are a superhero wherever your feet are planted. And if you want to connect, 601-937-5671. That's 601-937-5671. I'm going to run the little promo, and then I'll run the ads at the end. Got a lot of events going on. Omega Psi Phi, the Beta Alpha chapter's got something going on today. There's a cleanup opportunity. There's something for you to come out and show your love for your communities. No one's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves.
Unity, love, and peace. And peace. Love. Unity, strong. Hey, everybody. Listen. Hey, we got something. Hey. Unity, strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, unity strong. Welcome to the show. We are about to drop some knowledge. The Mr. Howard Sanders with the brother Coach Obama. Superhero, conversation about the real. They try to keep it clean, but let's express how you feel. Good spirit, good about no hatred or no hate. We all in the same gang, I'm changing the name. The prophet of the truth. Initial POT, no price tag on this knowledge. You did it for the free. Reach one, teach one, the old and then the young. We got about the spirits with the power of the tongue. I'm on the inside looking out, they on the outside looking in. Keep it corded, don't distort it. Call them family, call them friends. You pursue what you do, show love, consciousness. Life is hard, but it's fair, and it comes with some lessons. Mental power for hours, knowledge come to copy. People different, not that they ain't garbage guys. Listen. Hey, we got something to say. Listen. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach one, unity strong. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, we got something to say. Hey, better get off the couch. Reach one, teach